People got 1 more minute. All right, guys. Don't want to start too quickly. Give people just 1 more minute, but I will give you some quick Zoom tips and tricks in case this is your first time using Zoom. All right, let's just dive in. Are you guys ready to get social? I'm super pumped. Okay, so tips and tricks about Zoom real quick. Oh, hey, Bruce, good. Spoke too soon.
Hello.
Hey.
What's going on?
Getting ready to start this class. I'm trying to fix one thing with my screen, and then we'll be ready to go.
Some bitch starts at 1.
I know.
Yeah.
It busts my chops. Okay, so tips and tricks for Zoom, you guys saw those. Just in case you have any questions, don't feel free to utilize the chat option as well. I'll try to monitor it as we go through the class here. And let's just get started. So who am I? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kaylin Banks, and I'm the Director of Opportunity and Development here for RE/MAX Lake of the Ozarks. I've been with RE/MAX Lake of the Ozarks for almost 3 years now, and I'm not a licensed agent. I do, however, have my master's degree in business administration, and I believe that in our industry, there is a need for unlicensed personnel or trainers. So I really enjoy my job. Some things I do, I teach our agent development courses twice a week. I'm responsible for any recruiting and retention. I help with training and development, and if you guys want to engage with me, my social medias are right there for the platforms. I also kind of assist with onboarding and orientation. I'm just kind of everywhere. So it's really fun, and I really, really enjoy what I do. So first, we're going to talk about why consumers are using social media. So before we get into the material and start thinking about our consumers, I think it's worth saying that with the COVID-19 that's going on right now, it's important to have social media and engage with your clients now more than ever. So you have the ability right now to really leverage that opportunity. And with this information, I hope that you guys can really utilize social media, especially during this time. So jumping in, why are consumers using social media? Well, consumers are using social media for entertainment reasons, discovery reasons, and connections. So we can see information about each of these in this next stat slide. So did you know that 84% of people are accessing the internet to use social media right now? That's about 75 million average users on social media daily. In 2019, people spent on average of 2 hours and 24 minutes on social media every day, 1 in 3 media minutes on a mobile device. 99% of users in 2019 access social media on mobile devices. 70% of people in the US use smartphones, and nearly 53% use tablets. US consumers are now spending about 3 hours per day on mobile devices. The average social media user has an average of 8.3 different social media accounts. That number lifts to about 9.4 for people ages between 16 and 24. 43% of internet users use social media for work, and then 43% of internet users use social media when researching things to buy. 8 out of 10 people reported using their smartphones to interact with local businesses. Finding funny and entertaining content is the fastest growing reason people are utilizing social media, and 90% of internet users say they watch a video online at least once a month. 60% of people say they've watched a video on social sites in at least the last month. And then vlogs are the most popular forms of content on social media, podcasts as well. Videos in general are the most viewed content. So just some quick stats for you guys on that. Anybody have any questions so far? Awesome. So now we're going to switch gears and we're going to look at why businesses are using social media. So businesses use social for creating a brand, advertising and content distribution, communication, and lead and client generation. So jumping into benefits of social media for building a personal brand, you can increase awareness. Having an increased awareness means that consumers are likely to recognize a product or service by its name or logo. This also helps distinguishing between competition as well. It conveys multiple sides, meaning more than half of adults do not trust a brand until they see proof that the brand is keeping pace. The ability to create real human connection is one of the key benefits of social media for businesses, conveying that the business side and the human side of a business proves to be successful. So you have to show both sides, the business side and a personal side, to be effective. And then businesses are also utilizing it to be top of mind. Most social media users log into their accounts at least once per day and across multiple platforms. Businesses then can highlight their posts to their followers, keeping that brand top of mind as their users log in. Businesses are using social media for advertising content and distribution. So they do that to promote their content. So by promoting content, businesses can prove their value and grow their audience by highlighting smart, well-researched, and informative content around their business on social media. In doing so, consumers are more likely to recommend and trust the business as a reliable source. They also utilize it for target advertising. So social ads are inexpensive for businesses to use to promote and distribute content. Capturing a targeted audience can help generate more interest to a business or service. Businesses now are spending more on social media targeting than print advertising. Ad targeting can now capture information such as geography, language, demographics, and online behaviors, making it easy for a business to reach an audience demonstrating interest. And then they also utilize it to boost. So businesses can optimize their campaigns and posts depending on which objectives they choose. If a business boosts a post about a product or a service, the social media platform will optimize and reach more people for more likes, comments, and shares, allowing for more of an abundant audience. So benefits of social media for communication for businesses. So that leads into reputation. Businesses utilize social media to pay attention to both positive and negative feedback from their clients. Social media also provides the ability for businesses to engage their audience by sharing and commenting on feedback from their audience to either show gratitude or combat negative feedback in a professional and polite manner, hopefully. How a business handles their image and their audience will reflect their reputation. So keep that in mind too when thinking about your business. They also do it for engagement. So social media is a two-way street when it comes to communication. Businesses want their audience to be engaged, and for their audience to be engaged, the business itself must also engage. The more active a business is at responding to comments and posting content that promotes engagement, the more success that a business has on their social media platform. And then they also utilize to communicate either customer service or customer support issues. So today, consumers are reaching out to businesses on social media for client care issues more than ever. Research shows that businesses who are communicating about client services or support issues on social media have clients that are willing to spend more with the brand on later purchases, especially if they have responded in the last 5 minutes. Little fun facts. And then finally, they also utilize it for crisis communication. Social media has also shown to be a benefit for one or more of the communications when a crisis emerges. Having the ability to engage an audience and communicate about possible disaster or crisis. I know that this recent activities with COVID-19, as I stated in the beginning, is a great example, but that can prove to give a business an advantage when they can demonstrate leadership, information, and being active during a crisis and in a time of need. Businesses utilizing social media for lead and client generation. So they learn about their clients and the consumers first. So social media generates a large amount of data about consumers in real time. So businesses use this information to make smarter business decisions to tailor future posts. All social media platforms offer analytics to provide information to you. And all you have to do is either have like a business page or something like that. But analytics usually come with the services. There are also a lot of guides and resources online on how to use analytics. And I know YouTube has a lot of great examples for that as well. They also use it for increased trafficking. So social media posts and ads are keywords that drive traffic. Other ways to drive traffic include the business participating in groups or chats too. If a business goes that route, the payoff in new consumers can really show success, but businesses need to remember to offer great value and not be too promotional. Businesses need to make sure that if they are engaging through posts, chats, or groups, that their website and information is easily accessible so that when consumers are interested, they can take a deeper look into what the business offers. Any questions so far? Okay, so here's some good real estate stats on social media that I found. I thought some of these were really interesting. So since 2014, home buyers have used the web or mobile apps to search for home listings more frequently than they've contacted agents. 4 out of 5 US home buyers, or 79%, surveyed using an online resource at some point in their property search. 50% of buyers talk with only one agent before deciding who to represent them. Realtors who were 49 years and younger were most likely to have a real estate blog. About 11% of them do currently. 76% of female realtors and 73% of male realtors use social media for professional use. Members have found that 3 most valuable technology tools used in their business, excluding email and cell phones, were local MLS website apps at 64%, lockbox and smart key devices at 39%, and social media platforms at 28%. The top 3 tech tools that have given the highlight quality of leads, social media at 47%, MLS sites at 32%, brokerages, websites, and listing aggregated sites at both at 29%. And then 48% of real estate firms cited keeping up with technology as one of the biggest challenges facing their firms in the next 2 years. So let's look at some buyer and seller stats for social media. So 87% of buyers purchase their home through a real estate agent or broker, a share that has steadily increased from 69% in 2001. Virtual home tours are probably the most important to buyers right now that fall within the 53 to 71 age range. 50% of buyers found their homes through the internet, while 28% found them through their real estate agent. 81% of older millennials and 80% of younger millennials and 78% of Generation X found their home on a mobile device, compared to 68% of the younger boomers. Social media was a tool cited as the best source for generating high quality leads among realtors, followed by multiple listing services or MLS websites. And then where buyers found the home they purchased, 50% of that was from internet, and 28% of that was from real estate agents. And looking at some seller stuff, 73% of sellers are more likely to list their home with an agent who leverages video to market their property. 69% of recent home sellers surveyed said that they would gladly write a review for their sale agent if requested. Homes with drone photography as a part of their marketing plan sell on average 68% faster than those without. When asked about most important trait that they look for in an agent today, prospective home sellers chose professional reputation most often. Recent sellers reported only 10% of their agents effectively use video to market their property. And then lastly, Facebook Live watch times have on average quadrupled in the last 18 months. So thinking about those stats too when we start looking at content. So some top social sites to use right now are YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into these one at a time to see some stats on each of these platforms and also some examples of how to use them. So YouTube has more than 2 billion users visiting every month, and that doesn't count people who are logged in. YouTube is the second world's most visited website next to Google. And then YouTube is the world's third most common Google search query. People watch 1 billion hours of video on YouTube every single day, and 70% of YouTube watch time happens on a mobile device. People spend on average of 23 minutes on YouTube each time they visit it, and 45% of YouTube users are women, 55% are men. So I want to show you some YouTube videos that comes from James Woods. He is the best realtor ever, and he's out of Oklahoma agent. His best realtor ever is his brand that he's created for himself. James created that, and it actually increased his business dramatically. The power that he utilizes within social media, not only in YouTube, but Facebook and other things that he does, has been really dramatic. And I'll just never forget the first time that I invited James up here. He came up and did one of our Tech and Touch events that we hosted here on top of the Tech and Touch event that we attended in Kansas City. He spoke at both of those. And I'll never forget when I emailed him, he sent me a bomb email back and he had my name on a whiteboard. And I just thought that I was talking to the coolest movie star ever. And it was super great. But, just to show you some examples of how James utilizes YouTube, this first video that he does shows how he takes education to like a whole other level, utilizing YouTube to bring information to his clients and squash challenges and objections from the very beginning. I'll kind of click on these.
Today I've got 3 misconceptions about Zillow that you need to know about. Yeah, I said it.
Talking about the big bad Zillow.
Just making sure. Okay.
The first misconception about Zillow has to be their Zestimates. They don't know. They've never been to your house. It's simply a computer algorithm, people. Do not trust it. According to Zillow's own website, in the state of Oklahoma, just 84% of Zestimates are actually within 5% of what the home actually sells for. And that's the good news, because an off-market house, their Zestimate, only 33% of the time are they within 5% of the sales price. In fact, only half of the time are they within 10.
Don't know what happened, sorry. Just to give you a little preview of that one. The second video that James does is like a virtual tour of a home. However, I love this video because he utilizes Snapchat to get some of those filters, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious. But so this will just give you a great example of how to do like a listing video and get creative and not get too comfortable. So. Oh,
10%. Now think a $250,000 house
there.
would be
It's
off
James over
by
at Remax.
$25,000. That's a lot of dollars you're leaving on the table. So don't trust a Zestimate. Instead, trust a local, experienced, top producing real estate professional.
So let's get into this one. Sorry guys, I've never done video before, so bear with me.
The second misconception about Zillow has to be
in SkyTook that I want to tell you all about. It's a really cute 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage home located at the end of a cul-de-sac.
All new interior paint, split floor plan, super clean and really cute.
In fact, it's so cute and clean it needs no filter.
Hey, look, I'm a baby. That's just not right. Just not right at all.
Nope, not this one.
And then finally, this third one, James always goes above and beyond and tries to capture his client testimonials, and he really does a great job at getting them to do some recording with them or grabbing them at the closing table. So something that's easily done based off of statistics we saw is if you do a great job as clients' agents and bring great services to them, then typically if you ask, they'll do a testimonial for you. So I really liked how James captures these people here.
One of the things that I really appreciated the most is when we started in this process, James was able to take us all the way through. He was prepared to show us the various facets of what we would need in buying the home and selling our home, and he just had everything together, organized. It was all put together in a very systematic way, easy to follow, and we really would recommend James.
Absolutely. Because we were moving from out of state, we had a very short window of time that we were here, and he basically devoted 2 days to us and took us to all the homes that we were interested in, and also brought to the table some more homes that we hadn't found. And in that 2-day period, we were able to find our home. So we were very thrilled with his service and the way that he helped us.
Thanks, James. We really appreciate you.
We just closed on our house.
So those are some pretty cool video examples. Some other great ideas to utilize YouTube for, start a podcast and have a video of it. You can post those there. Do some virtual tours, as we stated from our stats. You know, virtual tours are really sought after right now, and they're only going to be more demanded going forward. Also, utilize YouTube to do some education. Make videos educating your clients, do your buyer and seller processes, talk about your marketing plan, do a start to finish journey from a home buying standpoint. Those are just a few to give you an example. Also, capture some live streams of some open houses even. You can throw those up on YouTube just to showcase some open houses that you've done. Also, another idea that I thought was really cool was a Q&A with peers, maybe some local businesses or clients. Just do like a short Q&A. We'll see some more examples of that coming up. And the list can really go on. So, but the point is to be creative. Video is what is in demand right now, and it's only going to get more demanded. So try to leverage that and have fun at the same time. Sorry guys, videos. So let's dive into some Facebook. So Facebook has 2.5 billion monthly users. 69% of US adults use Facebook, and that 168 million people use Facebook every day. 209 million of 266 million people in the US, or 80%, access Facebook every month on a mobile device. Facebook is the world's top Google search query. Facebook is the world's third most visited website after Google and YouTube. People spend an average of 11 minutes and 26 seconds on Facebook each time they visit it. There are more than 10 million Facebook groups, and those groups are used by 1.4 billion people monthly. 79% of Facebook users access the platforms only by phone, 19% access it via phone and computer, and 1.9% only use a computer. Video posts earn the highest engagement of any type of content on Facebook. 64% of people say they'd rather use Facebook to message a business than call or email. In 2018, 56% of people said they were already utilizing Facebook messaging to contact businesses across their buying journey. And then 3 out of 4 Facebook users in the US say that they visit Facebook for local businesses at least once per week. So when it comes to Facebook, I can think of no other agent but Tony Farr. Just like James, Tony has been here at the lake and talked to us at our Tech and Touch event. Tony started his business out by doing things like developing the traveling koozie that he's done, producing creative content, and making funny and engaging videos. Tony has been able to change his business by being active on social media and staying consistent. So here are a couple of examples from Tony. As mentioned, he created this traveling koozie that you can see right here. And what's really cool about this traveling koozie is he just ordered a whole bunch of koozies and created a hashtag called traveling koozie. And these koozies have seen a million places now all over the world. So people are utilizing these koozies. He's throwing them out everywhere he goes, and telling people to get on social media and do hashtag traveling koozie no matter where they are. So you can see that they've been to some Cub games, Santa has some, and they've been to some little girl sporting events. They literally go everywhere. So that was a really cool idea. Tony also brings education to clients and other agents who like his posts. So posting articles of value and information, he is always putting those up on his page. And then Tony does a did you know post that he incorporates his logo and information on as well. We have that Major League Baseball one up there in the top right-hand corner. But he has hundreds of those as well that he posts every once in a while to get engagement from his clients. Tony keeps his audience engaged doing polls for his followers as well. So you can see that poll that he has on here. What's the most important thing that you can do when buying a home? If not listed, please comment below. So he polls his audience a lot, highlighting information, but also hearing from his clients on topics that are of his importance. The best thing that Tony does too on his Facebook is that he captures all of his presence in his community and he stays active in his community. So he does a 2-minute highlight, 2 minutes with Tony is what he calls it. He's showed us several examples where he's gone to dentist offices or karate places, local restaurants, and just captures 2 minutes with the employees or the owners there trying to highlight a business for the community. He also makes sure to come up with some creative ways to showcase this. So I'll kind of show you just a couple minutes of this one with the cops. This one's fairly new. He just posted this not too long ago.
Hey guys, Tony Farr here with Remax House of Dreams. Today's 2 Minutes Tony. I'm with Platte City's finest. Some of the police officers here at Platte City. I'm going to be riding around with them today, checking out our great community and hanging out with them a bit. You can see who I got. Well, introduce yourself, guys.
For those who don't know me, I'm Robert Newman.
I'm Lewis Rivers.
I'm Officer Adam Raybuck.
Platte City's finest, right? Since I'm here with Platte City's police officer, I always like to ask a question. What are some safety tips or
So what I really like about this video after he introduces them and gets some safety tips, if we go forward on this, they actually like put him in a police car and like drive him around, and I thought that was pretty funny. You can find these on YouTube as well, guys, if you want to watch them more in depth.
Tell me something that...
But that's just one example. Like I said, he has several where he highlights restaurants and different things going on in his community. So that's another really great idea to utilize Facebook or YouTube for. He also does some listing videos. Here's kind of an example of one of his listing videos. Again, getting back to that stat about drone footage. drone video as an example. You guys are probably wondering why he has this demolition derby car. Well, he did a demolition derby at a local fair that they do up there in Platte City, and that was hysterical. He actually flipped the car over and got lots of attention from that as well. So some other examples of things that you can do on Facebook, and some of these come from Tony as well. Do have a coloring contest for your clients' children, and maybe do a contest, capture some of those children and their pages, and kind of find a winner for that. You can do just solds or just listed posts. Get to know your audience posts, give examples of what's their biggest fear, or engage in something that has to deal with, you know, some kind of question that gets more information about your clientele. He also does some riddler posts. He finds a riddle and posts that to engage for comments. He does some trending posts, so Googling maybe what's trending out there right now, taking a meme and kind of putting his logo on it. He also does days of the week or international days of the week, depending on what day it is. You can even have a weekly show and call it Why, or 2 minutes with you, or maybe create your own. And then start a Facebook group for different things in your community, real estate clients or more, maybe even some open houses that you're having. You can really create a Facebook group for any reason. And always go live. Facebook has that great go live feature, and that can really help capture, you know, an open house, or maybe a listing walkthrough right now, or anything that you're doing really. So don't be afraid to go live. Some great tips that Tony had too. Don't oversaturate with your business. Just be you, and try to keep it uplifting and fun and positive. Be consistent with Facebook, and then respond to everybody. So if people are liking or commenting on your posts, make sure to take time and respond back to them. Experts say that the best time to post on Facebook is between 1 and 4 p.m. And then the best day for Facebook are Wednesdays. Any questions so far? Okay, cool.
Most people.
So now we're going to dive into Instagram. So Instagram has more than 1 billion monthly active users. Instagram ads reach 928.5 million people. 50.9% of Instagram users are women, and 49.1% are men. Instagram is the world's 7th most visited website. People spend an average of 6 minutes and 35 seconds on Instagram each time they visit it. 55% of US Instagram users say that they don't watch TV on a weekly basis. 92% of Instagram users say that they followed a brand, clicked on their website, and made a purchase after seeing a product or service on Instagram. The average business posts on Instagram 1.7 times per day and posts 13.1 stories per month. The average follower growth rate for a business account is 2.5% per month. And then business posts 79% photos and 25% videos to their feeds on average. So this is Michelle Belisari. She is a perfect example of an agent who rocks with Instagram. Michelle has been in real estate since 2003 in the South Florida area. Michelle changed her business by showing her audience that you are never too old to be on social, as well as teaching other agents her tips and tricks. She also created her brand, #SoBoca, and has made Instagram her #1 platform. I was lucky enough to see Michelle at the last Tech and Touch that we had in Kansas City last year, and she did a really great presentation. Some great Instagram posts that Michelle does. So Michelle, like so many other agents that we're seeing today, takes training very seriously, and she posts about webinars that she does, blogs, and some podcasts for other agents, so that they can utilize that information and leverage their business. Michelle showcases open houses and beautiful properties, either just listed or just sold. And then Michelle also showcases her area and takes pride in her local community. So she always is capturing videos from the beach, or videos from local restaurants, or other community businesses, and she does a great job like Tony does in highlighting all of Some other key takeaways from Michelle, she posts about positivity and capturing the audience with uplifting messages. So she does a lot of just uplifting memes and a lot of just great information on being positive. She's never afraid to utilize social media because of her age. She always is promoting that it's never too late, no matter your age, that you can start utilizing social media. And then she captures other ventures like her podcasts, her training, and her information, for example, and posts them on all of her platforms. So I have a little video here. We won't go into it, but I just want you to kind of see what she does and her personality because she's super fun.
Well, good morning on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Thank you so much for coming, Michelle Belisari Soboka.
Yeah, hey. Woo! Oh, I'll get my coffee.
Oh, you gotta put the coffee down.
Well, that was our attempt at doing. I told him I couldn't do one.
And an Insta
snap, an Insta story.
So, as you know, most people do follow you in Soboka, and it's really a phenomenal branding that you've done, and we appreciate you for coming on Breakfast with the Broker.
I'm so excited to be on Breakfast with the Broker.
So let's get into it. Let's talk about what Instagram is and how you can leverage it as a real estate agent.
Well, I think there's a few things, and I like to premise this by social media should never be about age. So I know they like to break down these platforms, like I started on Snapchat because I have millennials, right? So I started on Snapchat and segued over to Instagram, and I think Instagram is a fantastic platform for real estate agents and small businesses because of the visual aspect of it. You can showcase products, you can showcase listings, behind the scenes, something about your town to enhance having people, one, want to follow you, because the goal is to have people follow you, but also have good content that makes sense to the consumer. So you don't want to just post stuff that you like. You want to post stuff that may be of interest to a buyer, to a seller, to someone in town. And you can't be selling all the time, guys. It's not about sales, but it's such a beautiful platform to be able to showcase your personality. And a lot of people don't realize this. First of all, 800 million people are using this like on a monthly basis, right?
So as you guys can see, she literally tries to give as much information as possible, but also generate ideas. So I highly recommend following her too if you do have an Instagram. And she does a lot of great content that you guys can also use as ideas. So some other great Instagram ideas to use, you can give clients decor inspiration. You want to use hashtags as much as possible with Instagram. You can showcase your properties and your videos of your properties. You can post client testimonials, utilize geography and tag your location with your clients. You can use bios and emojis to capture more attention. You can tag small businesses. You can share your posts to your stories. You can use a GIF to create curiosity. And then you can do polls or ask questions the same way that you can on Facebook. Experts say that the best time to post on Instagram is between 5 and 6 p.m. And the best days to post are also on Wednesdays.
But Instagram.
So now we're going to look at Twitter. So as of 2020, Twitter has 152 million mobilized daily users, up 21% year over year. 22% of US adults use Twitter. Twitter is the world's 6th most visited website. People spend on average of 10 minutes and 22 seconds on Twitter each time they visit it. Twitter users are more likely to prefer culturally relevant brands, 47% versus 39% of the general US population. Twitter users also believe that exclusive and transparent brands are the most relevant. Twitter users linger 24% longer over ads than users on other platforms, and tweets with hashtags get 100% more engagement, and tweets with video get 10 times more engagement. In the world of Twitter, Seth Williams and Debbie Drummond are two great examples of agents who utilize Twitter for their real estate business. Seth founded retipster.com and has leveraged getting answers about real estate industry to clients and agents around the world. Debbie focuses on being Vegas's luxury home pro and brings value to every post she places on social media as well. Both agents take education seriously, posting helpful posts to agents and clients. Seth and Debbie utilize Twitter to drive leads to their website, stay up to date on local events and influencers, showcase their brands and properties, and stay within the 80-20 rule, which suggests keeping 80% of posts helpful and interesting and 20% promotional. Some tips for posts for Twitter, or some examples: you can have open houses and events. You can again do polls or ask your audience questions. A good example is which house would you choose kind of thing. You can find articles of relevance and post them here for your clients to read or other agents. And you can get personal and really showcase yourself on Twitter. It's the area in which you make a Twitter post is very limited to certain characters. So I would recommend utilizing GIFs or videos or any kind of graphic that you want to post with Twitter and your information. Experts say that the best time to post is 1 to 3 p.m. and the best day is every day but Friday for Twitter. LinkedIn. So LinkedIn has 675 million monthly users, gaining 2 new members every second. 57% of LinkedIn users are men and 43% are women. 30 million companies are utilizing LinkedIn now. 97% of business-to-business marketers utilize LinkedIn for content marketing. 89% of business-to-business marketers use LinkedIn for lead generation. And 62% of business-to-business marketers says LinkedIn generates leads. That's twice as many as the next social platform. Cost per leads on LinkedIn is 28% lower than Google AdWords. And LinkedIn is growing and trying to become the one-stop shop for professional service reviews, information, and referrals. So with over 14,000 followers on LinkedIn, Bill Gassett takes professionalism to a whole other level. Think of LinkedIn as a resume spot where an agent can post highlights about themselves as an agent, properties that they have represented, certifications that they have, and more. It's a no better place to resort your clients to when they're thinking about working with you as their agent. Some things that are great to post on LinkedIn are photos, skills that you have, any expertise that you have, videos, blogs, and recommendations and testimonials. Another wonderful feature of LinkedIn is that it provides top-of-the-line new articles for every industry. It allows your followers to also endorse your skills and expertise to leverage your platform. And here's just some examples. I don't know if you've never seen a profile on LinkedIn, definitely you can pull up mine. I know I posted mine at the very beginning of the show, or pull up Bill Gassett and just kind of scroll through there because like I said, this is kind of what his beginning looks like. This featured right here really showcases some informational things that he's posted about his area and the market that he's in. And then some activity down here just shows kind of how many followers that he has and any posts that he's generated himself. So LinkedIn is a really powerful resource. I know a lot of agents are getting into LinkedIn now more than ever because it is a great place to send your clients when they're thinking about working for you. So untapped social media to watch. So Snapchat reports 218 million daily active users as of early 2020. So that's up 17% year over year. 24% of Americans were utilizing Snapchat at the beginning of 2019. 61% of Snapchat users are women and 38% are men. 90% of Americans between 13 and 24 use Snapchat. Users spend an average of 30 minutes on Snapchat every day. 75% of Snapchat users engage with augmented reality every day. And users are spending 35% more time in Snapchat's discovery section every day. Snapchat users are 60% more likely to make an impulse purchase, and 38% of Snapchat users aren't Instagram at all. 72% of Gen Z users on Snapchat are not reachable by TV ads either. Another upcoming app to watch is TikTok. TikTok was the most installed app in Q1 of 2019. I believe it's still the #1 for 2020. 800 million monthly active users, making it the 6th most used app. Users spend about 46 minutes per day on this app, and people on TikTok are 1.8 times more likely to want brands to be younger, more trendy and cool, or exclusive and bold. But wait, there's also BombBomb. So BombBomb is another very popular app among real estate agents. It allows you to send video messages to your clients via email. You can get creative and add personal touches to each video, and BombBomb on average costs around $30 a month. I also wanted to show you guys, I did a BombBomb video a while ago for a class reminder, and I just want to show you what that looks like. If I can find it.
I don't always teach mastery classes, but when I do, you get a video like this. Listing conversion, 1 o'clock, the board office, today. Stay knowledgeable, my friends.
So that's just one really embarrassing video that you guys can use as an example, but BombBomb, like I said, really offers a great way to get connected and to send out mass emails with the same video. So it really, really helps. I'm trying to find my screen. I'm sorry, 1 second. You guys see that? Cool. So here are some other key apps to know about. So we have WordSwag, which WordSwag easily and magically turns your words into beautiful photos or text designs. So you can think about that as far as like creating memes maybe, or just adding text to an existing photo that you have in your photo library. We also talk about Fiverr. Fiverr allows you to design a logo for next to nothing. I know that I've personally used Fiverr for our podcast logo design, and it was really easy to use. I just got on there. I found a design that I really liked and kind of partnered with a design person, and she had that design to me probably within 24 hours. I don't think that I spent very much on it. I think it was only around $12. So it really is a great app for a logo design. Outbound engine posts for you on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. There is a cost to outbound engine, but it really does save you a lot of time if you are finding yourself struggling with time in posting content. Canva is a website used to create anything that you can think of, really. So from listing flyers, posts, graphics, newsletters, and more, all that's missing is just your creative mind. Canva is also free. And I use Canva every day. So Canva is really awesome. You can take an existing photo that you have or create something from scratch on their website. And I would highly recommend utilizing Canva if you are not. Fonto is an app that allows you to edit and make custom pictures. So a lot like WordSwag, you can take a picture, add text to it, add other pictures to it, and it's a really great app. I believe it is also free. Pixaloop, that allows you to animate your photos and posts. So you can take like any photo that you want and make it kind of move or change colors or different things. So Pixaloop is a really great app if you want to get creative with your doing like small video pictures or something. Ripple highlights your videos, and Ripple's really great to create listing videos as well. I know Tony Farr uses Ripple a lot with his listing presentations and even his drone footage. I don't believe that there is a cost for Ripple either. iTranslate, this is actually a great app. A funny story about this app, I was working with an agent one day and he had a walk-in come in, and she was from Barbados or somewhere somewhere close to Barbados. Anyway, she wasn't really great with speaking English. And so I had brought up iTranslate for this agent, and he was able to communicate with her and get the deal. So I would highly recommend, if you don't have a translating app on your phone, to think about having one. I know iTranslate is free, so you don't ever have to worry about handling bilingual problems ever again. So iTranslate's pretty cool. And then lastly, the Later app that auto posts to Instagram. I think that there is a small fee for that as well, but I'm not 100% sure. But it is a really cool feature, again, if you're wanting to save time and have automatic posts go to your Instagram. Oh, Jessica, that is a really great post. I'm sorry. Jessica just posted in chat. Another great site for flyers is postermywall.com, and that is another great site. Thank you for that recommendation. So now we're going to talk about how to be effective with social media. So the first part about being effective with social media is that you want to start to set SMART goals. So SMART breaks down into specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and then time bound. So make sure that whatever goals that you are setting for your social media presence has SMART attached to that. You also want to identify your audience. So breaking down your audience will help you figure out the following. So which sites you want to be active on, your posting schedule, the type of content that you want to publish, your brand even, and that brand's voice. And the information that you place on your profile. So if you really want to take some time and think about the audience that you want to capture, I would highly recommend that for your strategy. You also want to learn about the different platforms and play around with them. So the best thing that you can do is just educate yourself on the different platforms. Another great thing about YouTube is that it has plenty of tutorial videos as well. And that'll take you through step-by-step of how to set up a Facebook business page or a Twitter or a Snapchat. It'll walk you through step-by-step, and there are a lot of great resources on YouTube. So don't be afraid to Google and then hit videos at the top to find some tutorial videos if you need them. Another thing that you want to do is you want to be human. Your audience will want to always get to know you. So the more personality and the more creativeness that you can bring, the better. Don't be afraid to crack jokes or interact, but please don't oversaturate with just real estate posts. People will start unfollowing you and they won't be as engaged. So remember, positivity creates more positivity and attracts more positivity. So keeping those posts and yourself just in that positive mindset will really leverage your business. You also want to seek relationships, not just followers. So the more relationships and people you have that engage, the better. Don't get too caught up in the number of followers that you have. It's better to have 100 followers who interact daily than 10,000 that don't engage at all. Word of mouth will spread, and with consistency, your following will also grow. You want to create a content calendar. Having a content calendar can help schedule your posts ahead of time to avoid recreating the wheel. There are a ton of templates on Google and on Pinterest for creating a content calendar, and really it's just as creative as you want to be with it. So just find one that works for you and edit it, and then that way you can kind of just copy and paste every month with similar things that you're posting every day. Another way to be effective is I highly recommend to set some time blocks. So content and social media will only benefit your business based on the time that you put into it. So to be completely leveraged within this activity, you must be disciplined to make it a part of your daily schedule. So when we teach activities management, we talk a lot about setting vital time blocks and focusing on vital activities. And if you time block social media for client prospecting, then make sure that you're focusing only on that and being consistent with that time block. And then you want to focus on helping over selling. Although you want to sell your business to your audience, taking your business and taking a helpful approach has been proved to be the way to do it. Instead of oversaturating your sites with real estate and properties, think about your audience and their needs. When done correctly and when done capturing your audience's points or questions or concerns, you'll see value in more of your posts, and you'll also see more following. So be sure to keep your audience in the top of your mind when you're creating content. Any questions? So social media do's and don'ts. So some of the do's, we want to ask every client for a review and share it everywhere. We want to respond to everything that is being commented on or messaged. We want to be consistent, probably one of the biggest ones. The more consistent that you are, the more that it's going to pay off. Also, don't be afraid. Try new things and get creative. There's no growth without discomfort, and you're not going to get good at social media or videos or content creation or anything until you just start playing around with it. Be a lifelong learner. The more that you learn about social media, the more you're going to be able to leverage social media. Never stop learning about technology because it's always changing. There's always new things happening on Facebook or Twitter or Snapchat or Instagram, just any of those platforms. There's always some new feature coming out. So the more that you can educate yourself about it, the more that you're going to be able to utilize it for your business. Also, be different. Not any two people are the same, so show it. Show what is different about you, and your audience will latch on to what makes you you. Always remember that. And then try to include a call of action. Always try to entice your audience to focus their attention on the next action that you want them to take. Examples of this are please share, or dig this, vote, follow, or subscribe. Those are all examples of what a call to action is. And then finally, be social. If you're gonna be on social, be social. Communicate and engage always. And then we're gonna get into the do not. So first, do not oversaturate with real estate. I have said this several times during this class, but because it's probably one of the biggest things that we want agents to realize. So we see oversaturation all the time, and it can get kind of annoying to clients. So don't be doing that. Instead, try to practice that 80-20 rule. So 80% being more helpful, entertaining, or informational posts, and then 20% being about real estate. Also, don't make long videos. Keep videos short and focused and to the point. The average person only has an attention span of about 60 seconds with videos. So put the good stuff at the beginning and be specific, keep it personal, and you'll do just fine. Also, don't be afraid to post bloopers. People love to see bloopers, and they can be absolutely hysterical. Don't engage with haters. So remember that in life, your actions reflect your character, and that is no different than on social media. Make sure that you're reflected well. If you get a bad review or somebody that's hating on your post, be professional, reply, respond, and try to be helpful to resolve the problem. Don't try to be everywhere and do everything. Instead, start with baby steps and pick 2 or 3 things you want to try and go from there. Remember, your time is valuable too, so find what works and what doesn't, and just start somewhere. So even in all the examples that we've shared today, just try a couple out at first and then bring on a couple more, figure out what works and what doesn't, because everybody's social media strategy is going to be different. And then don't post without proofreading. You're a professional, you want to demonstrate your professionalism, and your post should reflect that also. So make sure that your grammar is correct and you're double checking or triple checking, if you're like me, before you actually hit post. And then finally, don't compare yourself to competition. Remember to be yourself. Everyone is different on social media and doing different things, so don't spend too much time watching or sweating what somebody else is doing on social media. Just focus on what you're doing, be consistent throughout a course of a long period of time, and you'll start seeing how that pays off for you. So if you're serious about social and you want some action steps for this class, it's kind of hard to give out homework, but like I said, if you're serious about it, try to complete 5 of these by next Friday or April 10th. So I created a list for you, but like I said, just try to start with 5 of them or a couple, start somewhere and branch off. So some examples, you could create a content calendar and send it to me. You could find 50 people and add them and send me their names, or send me a picture of their names. You can make a creative post and tag me in it. You can go live on Facebook at a listing or an open house and tag me in it. Do a video and send it to me. Create and share an informational graphic and send it to me. Do a giveaway and tag me. Get a testimonial and share it with me. Have a contest contest and tag me, update your profile and send me a picture, create a group and add me, reach out to 50 clients and ask them for an online review, send me a couple of those, or write a professional bio or update your professional bio. So if any of you want to do that, like I said, add me on those social media platforms at the beginning, or email me, shoot me a text with a picture, doesn't matter, but I would love to see some of you guys just, you know, taking action and applying what we've talked about in this class. So I love to just see what you guys are doing on social media. So feel free to include me, ask me questions if you have questions. Any questions? I know that was kind of fast. I hope it wasn't too fast. Kept you guys at about an hour though. But here's my email address. Like I said, again, feel free to email me, show me some of the things that you guys are doing as far as being on social media, and I would love to see it. I'll also try my best to share it and help you guys as well, getting that content out there, and reach out to me anytime. Okay.
Kaylin, once again, thank you very much. Very good content.
Thank you, thank you. If you guys have time and you got something out of the class, shoot me, you know, a testimonial too, or a review. I know that I love to share those as well, and I would really appreciate it.
Will do.
Righty. Well, have a great day, guys. I hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe, and thank you so much again for coming.
Yep, you guys too. We'll see you.
Thank you.